Good evening, everyone out there. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPratt. My name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Now, for anyone who might be out there joining us for the very first time, don't be shy. Be sure to say something out there in the chat so I know you're here. Because, of course, the first time it's always free, and then going forward after that, it's $10 per reading. Or you can pay $100 and cover every show for the entire month. It's 3 shows per week, so I feel like it's a pretty sweet deal. Now, readings are a great way to invest in yourself, your healing, and your future. And thank you all so very much for your contributions. They really do keep the show going. Now, before I turn it over to Christopher tonight, tonight's title, by the way, What and Why, very interesting stuff. I'm sure you'll all love it. But I have a quick meditation, which is a short poem by the not too far gone Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm saying that right. And it's this. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. So that's all I've got for you this evening. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Well, thank you, Kenan. So I wanted to, I'll always light the incense for you and send out great blessings to you. And this incense for tonight is that even though you're not conscious of it, all that you've chosen so far in this life is in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan on this planet at this time. Everything you've learned, everything you've been through, it's all been a learning. So this is to your success and to honoring that success, knowing that you're on this path and that your soul's journey is right in accordance with what you came here to do. Came here to be, came here to learn. So, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. What and why? So this has to deal with manifestation. And think about it this way, that your soul is like a library, and that each life that you've lived, and everyone on the show tonight, which is Diane, Lana, and Marilyn. So we've got a small show. We'll pull a couple cards for each of you. Instead of just one, we'll do a little bit more of a longer reading. But, excuse me, to look at where you've come from and really, really be very, very blessed and in gratitude for you still being here, because the lessons are continuing. When the lessons are done, we move on. So we've still got, if we're all here, we've still got some lessons to do. But think of your soul as a library, with each lifetime as a book in that library. So think about this. It's accumulation of calling upon those previous lifetimes. So think about going to a restaurant, and you're kind of looking at the menu, and then the waiter comes and you go, just bring me whatever. The waiter's like, what? Yeah, just whatever. Well, what if they bring you what you don't like? Well, you did ask for it. And that's the point of the title of the show tonight. What and why? Because the universe, as far as manifestation goes, it's important to stay in the what and why and forget about the how. So what is it you want? And why is it you want it? If you get caught up in the how, that's going to limit the universe. So you want a horse, let's say, but you insist on that it has to be delivered in a car. It's like, what? No. You want a horse. Why do you want a horse? So you have that freedom of you have that feeling of freedom when you're riding it, whatever your reason why. I'm just giving you this as an example. And forget about how it's going to come about. Because again, the how limits the universe. So let's go into the group card tonight, which is the Soul Star activation. The Soul Star is a chakra. It's an energy center that's about 6 to 12 inches above your head. And they have the Egyptian Horus, the hawk. So when you think about a hawk soaring, it's connected to the air. It has an incredible eyesight and can view things from miles away. It has a higher view. So it's this chakra that connects us to the source and all of our previous lifetimes and any book that we have in our library. And you can call upon that for helping you with the directions that you need or help you on your life path. So that's why I loved Kennan's introduction. Sorry, somebody was just knocking at the door. So Kenan had to run down and get it. So I wanted to read this to you again. Breathing in, so just breathe in. Breathing in, I calm the body and the mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. And if you want me to, I can send that to all of you. I think it's really, really beautiful. But it's a matter of breathing in and connecting to this chakra so that it connects you to a higher source. This is known as the gateway to the other realms. Even connecting with people that have passed, connecting to other dimensions, or in quantum physics, where they talk about the multiverse, where there's literally billions of Lanas out there. There's billions of Dianes. There's billions of Marilyns and billions of Geos and or Jareds and billions of cats. This is where you can connect to the internet, which is the universe. So it's upgrading your RAM, okay, in your ability. And so what I love about this is this card came up for the group tonight. So it applies to every one of us. Before you came here, you set a really powerful intention. Trust that you are fulfilling that intention. And it also, you came here to remember your divine origins. So that's what this energy is about, is to remember your divine origins, and that you have the power to make a huge difference in your life, in the lives of people you love, and thereby also the world. please be free of underestimating your power to do that. I had so many experiences this last weekend, meeting people from literally all over the world. And you intrinsically know what people need to be reminded of. Trust that they do know it. It's just buried deep. And people forget who they are, what they're doing here. Sometimes they get a little lost. Just like sometimes you forget where you put your keys. Okay? It's the same thing. And so it's a real honor to be able to help people find their keys. All right. Then I'm going to end this card with what I started out in the very beginning. Know that even if you are not conscious of it, all that you have chosen so far is in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan for this lifetime. All right. So we have Diane on first tonight.
You got it.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. All right, Diane. So many of us have learned to survive in this world by creating identities. Now, the problem with that, or it could be a problem, think about it's coming up on Halloween, and you're invited to a Halloween party, like you've been invited to a Halloween party for the past 60 years. But if you're wearing the same costume for 60 years, it gets a little tedious for yourself and for the people that are inviting you to the party. Okay. Oh, Diane's wearing that ballerina outfit again. Oh my God. Or she's wearing that clown outfit again. Or it's like, but then what happens with people is they begin to believe they are the clown or they are the ballerina. And so it's not really your identity. This card is about removing the masks, the belief systems that no longer serve you, and to let go of them, even if you've been hanging on to them for 60 years. And universe, show me another viewpoint. Show me another way of thinking. Because none of us have life figured out. Okay. And how many do we have on the show tonight?
Well, I was going to say, in addition to the people that are on, which is like 6 that I can see right now.
Okay.
We can do readings for all the other people with faith, like Laurel,
Okay.
John, Jeff.
Laura's on?
Abby and Marilyn. No, not currently, but
Okay.
doesn't mean we can't do readings.
But Facebook is running.
Facebook is running.
Okay, good. All right. So that's one of the major messages for you tonight, Diane. And then this is the works card, Diane. I would recommend sending out, like I was talking to Giles the other day about only looking at positive. If you're looking at social media, only look at positive. But years ago, You know, we used to send out postcards. We used to send out notes to people. And I still have a box of notes from 50, 60 years ago. Because they mean something and they're precious. So think about encouraging other people, giving to other people through whether it's social media, whether it's Facebook, or sending out messages to people that are more encouraging, that are uplifting. Because you see, this pyramid is on what do you call those things? It's floating. I can't think of the word right now. Drones. It's like the pyramid's floating on drones, and it's being carried. So your works is to be joyful. That's your purpose here, and then to spread that joy. And you can do that with your words and with your energy. And then that all comes back to you. Okay. All right. And we've got Marilyn. All right, my dear Marilyn. So focus on one thing that you want. Not everything all at once. So do you remember my story with the Lego? I said, okay, I'm going to manifest a Lego, a blue Lego. And the next day I tripped over this thing in a store. It was on the floor. Some little kid must have been playing with it. But it was way bigger than I thought. I was picturing a small blue Lego, and the universe gave me even something bigger and something better than what I could imagine. But what are the chances of that, right? It's like the manifestation. So this is practicing taking one thing at a time that you really want, and think about the why, and then forget about how it's going to come about. Just forget about how. And there are things that happen that you don't realize how it manifested. Even maybe a day later, you go, oh my God, that did happen, right? So the Eon is so when this card comes up, I laugh because about 16 years ago, this card came up for this woman, and I told her she was pregnant. You're not pregnant. But it is giving birth to your gifts that have been stuffed. Because in our age, when we were growing up, these gifts could very easily have been labeled of the devil and dark and all of that. This is you coming into these new gifts. And just being in wonder over them. Go, okay. Because when these gifts surface, that's the new normal. That's the normal. Everything else that we call normal isn't really normal. Okay? It's just expanding. This is an expansion card. And just be okay with it. That you don't have to figure out everything and why it's happening. Universe, show me now. All right, Marilyn. So, have you ever, years ago, maybe even now today, you could buy these ankle weights to put on your ankles when you walk or when you run or exercise. So this is something that you put. So what would happen if you put these ankle weights on and forgot that they were on? It'd be really kind of hard to do. Otherwise, I could tell you probably would never change your socks. But let me just use this as an example. Let's pretend you put these ankle weights on, and I'm talking to Diane, I'm talking to Lana, I'm talking to Kat, and everyone on the show. Jared, think about putting these ankle weights on and then forgetting that they're on. So universe, show me now where these ankle weights are, in case you forgot where your ankles are. No, but ask the universe, where did I put on this stress? Where did I put on this idea of how to survive that no longer works for me? These ankle weights don't work for me anymore. Where is it, universe, that's causing this stress that can be affecting my health? Where is it? And then show me how to remove it and stop it now. Absolutely stop it now. So this, I'll text you what Kenan, because this is a great meditation. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. I'll text that to you, so you have that. Okay.
Lana next.
Okay, my dear Lanny. So this is a Chariot card. Consider looking at buying a new vehicle, Lana. It's an investment in yourself. But also, I don't know what this is exactly, but it's moving. When the Chariot card comes up, it's moving. So let me pull another card. It'll maybe give you some clarity. So this is a woman that is, she's moving up. She's moving from the desert, and she can look back on the river. She can look at all the work that she's done and all the good that she's done because she helped channel that river. And this is moving up. So this could be, and I don't know really anything about how you're paid, but it's something about moving up in money, moving up in. So this moving up. So just write that down. It's moving up. Around that it's moving up in, it's moving up also in your awareness. Okay. And then we've got,
For Lana, it's Jared and Kat.
okay. So, Marilyn, let me go back, and you said I command the stress to leave. First of all, identify the stress. Like, ask the universe, where is this coming from? And that identifying that will help you understand where you developed. So I'm just sending you all a little bit of energy as to identifying the stress. Because once you identify the stress, it no longer has any power over you, especially if it's something that the brain it's something that the brain gets entrained in. So it's hard to see things that your brain gets entrained in, habits. So just have the universe go, wait a minute, what's going on here? Where's this habit coming from? Where did it originate? Because you are not what you did. It is what you repeatedly do now. So if you breathe in that calm and tell the universe, show me where this originated, and then you get to the origination point and obliterate it. Think of it as you have this smell in your house, and then you buy a lifetime supply of Febreze. But Febreze doesn't get to the origin of the smell. This is getting to the origin of the smell. That's what you're going to find. Okay. Now we got Jared. Now we got Jared and Kat. Okay, here we go. So they're showing me Pinocchio, and where Pinocchio, there's a scene in Pinocchio where this fox is pretending to help Pinocchio, but that's when Pinocchio and the other boys get sent off to this island where they start turning into donkeys. It's not that you don't want to accept help from other people, but don't think you can't do it if you don't have their help. And allow the universe to bring in the right person at the right time. And then, you've heard that saying, Jared, sometimes for a season, sometimes for a reason. When it gets to a point where they've come in to help, the universe brought them in, then there could be a time coming up going, okay, trust your gut when they start showing you maybe who they really are, or they've taken it as far as they could. You've learned from them. They've helped in maybe a small way, but sometimes it's just for a season, and it's always for a reason. and then let those people go because they energetically can't interfere with your business. And it's not that you don't trust people, it's just observe and then trust your gut. Okay. Then you do not have to respond right away. One of my clients, they texted me. This will help. I will. They were saying I act out of feelings I don't take the time to process. I wrote back, that was then, this is now. But becoming aware of taking the time to process is the important thing. Becoming aware of taking time to process, that's the important thing. Whatever you need, Jared, time to process something, it is what it is. That's your clock. It is not someone else's clock. So take the time. It's like I said last night on the show. Somebody was asking me, well, what's the next step for the movie? And I'm like, I'm going to let Fritz decide that. Remember, Fritz is what I called the movie? I named the movie. Trust that you have a partner in your business. I don't mean a physical partner. I mean the business is the partner and asks what it wants. Okay. And then we got Kat. So, Kat, this is you stepping up. The Dominion card, and I've shared this on the show before when one of the masters was asked, well, what's the difference between male and female? And he said, there is no difference. Like Lana is on the show. Lana is a perfect example where she literally, her mother, my aunt, Nona, was the first woman in Idaho to become a realtor because it had always been a man's role up to that point. And so she had to overcome these tremendous challenges. And then Lana too, right? And what she had to overcome to build this business. She's a fantastic resource for business, and she's smarter than a whip. Well, you're smart as a whip, but you're stepping into, it's okay to take on the man's role because it's not really a man's role. It's whatever it takes to get it done, and it's going to happen for you. And this is absolutely new beginnings. So every new beginning, any fear that you have around a new beginning, are you willing to let go of that now, Kat? With this new business, forget about the how. Focus on what you want and why you want it. What you want, why you want it. The how will happen, Kat. It will happen. This is the fool's journey. And then a fool is not in any way derogatory. This is a beginning of a new journey for you. And you're not going to know everything. And can you let go of the need to know everything? You just take one step at a time. Okay. And then who's next?
Awesome. It's Hope Zamarin who's back again.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here, Hope. Now, is that everybody that's on the show tonight?
Live, yeah. And then I figured you want to do a reading for maybe like Laurel, John, Abby, Marilyn, people who've paid, you can do that. Or
I don't think anyone else is on. I think this is it. I know and I thank you all for being on because I know Thursday is not a normal time. But okay, Hope, here we go. So, Hope, anywhere where you're overthinking makes you top heavy and it can throw you off balance. Bring your energy back into your heart and into your gut. Okay? I texted this to a client of mine. Stay in the gut. Stay with what you know because when you get into your head too much, you start thrashing. Also, anyone that is trying to prove themselves smarter than you, that's a head game. Notice the head game. Hope don't have to play no head game. You're done with head games. You don't got to play, just back away. You don't even have to respond. Who says you have to even respond? Are you willing to let go of the shoulda, woulda, coulda, I should respond, I need to respond? Let go of all that. You don't even have to respond. Okay. And then you've got this prudence card. So this is spiritual, material, mental growth. It is an understanding. And allow the plant to bloom in its own time without forcing someone or forcing something on someone. Allow them to grow in their own pace. So an oak tree takes sometimes 100 years to grow. A bamboo, it does nothing for 7 years, and then within literally days, it'll shoot up 20 feet. Everybody grows at their own rate. Allow them that room to get it themselves. And can you remove yourself from forcing anyone or helping anyone to get it? Because some people they play the poor me or they play the dumb card. I don't know, can you help me? And it keeps you in that scroll wheel of helping. This is you removing yourself from that and growing exponentially. Okay. Who else has any questions? If you have any questions or any observations, I'm happy to address those in the chat. And then we'll do this again. We'll do the show again Sunday night at 6 o'clock. We'll get back on our schedule of Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Hang on a minute. All right. So Marilyn, hold on. I got one more. Research natural remedies that lower blood pressure. Like, it's so funny because I'm like, I have to have tea tonight. For some reason, I've never had tea on the show. There are natural remedies that you can take or eat that will help you with that. This is called the Queen of Cups, and it's definitely water. Like, definitely so I order these things on Amazon called Ultima. Is that what came tonight?
yes.
Is that where the knock on the door?
Sure was.
Okay. So okay. All right, Marilyn. So while I was reading for you, the knock came on the door, which was the Amazon people. delivering. I love Spirit. That's why I was like, wait, there's one more thing for Marilyn here. It's a hydration. It's let me show you. One of my clients who's a nurse highly recommended I get this. I'll show you a picture of it. But you can get it on Amazon. It's called Ultima, and they're just little packets that you add to your water. It's a hydration electrolyte. They're hydration electrolyte packets. And they're really good, and there's no sugar in them. They're all stevia. So I feel so much better, because you don't realize sometimes that you're even dehydrated. So that's so funny, because they delivered it while I was reading for you. That's funny. So then when this Queen of Cups comes up, I'm like, what is this thing with cups and drinking that's what it is. So consider that. And then Jared just sent me a picture. He's going to school for and Jared, correct me on this. He's adding to his dental practice, like Botox and Jared, I can't think of the name of it. If you can type something in.
Cosmetology?
Wait, Marilyn said you bought some today.
Or hibiscus tea, yeah.
You just bought hibiscus tea today? That's what I'm drinking. Look at this. I don't know if you can see, but I don't want to pour it out, but it's this red color. It's hibiscus tea, Marilyn. We cannot make this stuff up, you guys. And you just drank a cup of tea. Okay. So trust these messages from Spirit. I love this. I absolutely love it. But I would just recommend everybody to hydrate more, and that Ultima is amazing. Like, it really is amazing, and the flavors are really good, and it's not that expensive. Anyway, I love you all. We'll do this again Sunday night, and great blessings. Love you all.